Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So here are the Chargers to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he works free. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's pulled in at the 32. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Snap.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Ross, complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
And he's loose again. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. An impressive 75-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part just got the punt return for a touchdown.
And I would imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from him.
Yeah.
Should have kicked away from him. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Carr on the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Carr completes it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. There he goes, right side. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Carr. Pass incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Carr now on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Carr to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
there goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there by Gordon. 89 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop them.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And now running right through it. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past and ceremonially buried the from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk. It's taken to the 26. A great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
On the double. X3. 218. Chopper.
Now Gordon on first down. And an alley to run. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Set 50 play. 80 weapons. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is complete. It's Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they take a knee. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they will take a knee here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.